watch Jay and Laura TV. I'm Laura, and you learned last week that he is Jay. We don't want to forget he is Jay.
Welcome to Jay and Laura TV. We are here for your life, your marriage, and your family. And, you know, people ask us all the time, how do you come up with these things that happen to you? Well,
they just
it's just
happen.
Real life, you know? We, a couple weeks ago, we talked about finding some fun summer activity for you and your family to do. And this summer, our fun activity is a thing called Can Jam, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But basically,
our son always finds fun things to do.
He does. He's great at that. You throw a frisbee back and forth, and then try and slam it into a can. Well, Laura and I were playing our son and his friend Javen.
We took on the youngsters, and just for information's sake, we did beat them.
Oh, we stomped on them. Anyway, so I threw it to Laura one time, and instead of slamming it into the can, she totally whiffed it, and the thing just boom!
Right here. I was sure I was going to have a black eye. It hurt really,
She was hoping
really
she'd
bad.
have a black eye for the show, but no. But
I did think about putting makeup on so you could see that it did look like a black eye.
But we have so much fun in our house because we're not afraid to laugh at each other. We're not afraid to laugh with each other. And really, that's one of the things that I've loved about being married to this woman is that we just have time to laugh. And we do take time to laugh. So,
and we laugh at each other.
What is Can Jam?
So we want to help you make your own Can Jam.
You don't even have to spend $30. This is a 26-gallon trash can. It costs $8. You buy 2 of these. You cut a little hole in it right here. And then
make sure that's big enough for the frisbee, though. You want to make sure the hole's big enough.
Frisbee's got to be able to go through it like that. Pick up a Frisbee if you don't have one. We had one laying around the house, so there's no cost there. And all you do is you put these about 10 to 15 paces apart, and you get 2 teams of 2 people. And you try and throw the Frisbee in the can. If you want to get the point system and all that kind of stuff, look it up on Can Jam. Google it. You'll find all the rules and regulations. But $30. We spent less than $30, and we're going to have a summer full of fun activity.
You could probably have more than just 2 teams. As long as you get 2 people, you can have 6 teams.
That's right. And the bottom line is this. It's a way for you to connect with your family. At night, after supper, go out 15, 20 minutes and just have some fun together. Create those memories. Each and every summer, find something.
And any age can play it, that's for sure.
That's right. Find something fun to do. You ready?
Well, there you go. Hey, and you know what? If you make a Can Jam and you take your family out and play, videotape us, take pictures, go post it on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Jay and Laura Laffoon. Tag yourself, tag us so we can see it and everyone can see everybody playing Can Jam all over the country. Wouldn't that be fun?
That
We'd have
be great.
Jay and Laura Can Jam tournament or something. That would be fun. Anyway.
Well, from something very fun to something very serious. We got a question on our Facebook page, and I'm going to ask the question. And she's going to answer. We had a lady ask this question. That's right. Could you please address infidelity?
And you know, this is a really difficult topic in marriage to address. But Jay and I have worked with countless couples who have gone through affairs and infidelity, some being pornography, some being actual physical affairs. And you need to know, first and foremost, that there is hope and there is an ability to come through the other side and survive this. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of forgiveness.
Continually forgiving.
It takes a lot of rebuilding of trust, but it can happen. One really good book that we would highly recommend if you're dealing with this, have dealt with it in the past, still need to deal with it, it's called Torn Asunder by Dr. Dave Carter, and that's Carder. Dave Carter, Torn Asunder. It's a great book that will help you get through this.
Walk right through.
Find your pastor, find a friend, find somebody who will. And here's the deal. You need to understand that both people in the relationship need counseling and need help. You need to go through it together, and you need to make sure that the counselor's not just going to address the person who has caused the infidelity, but that the person who's suffering hurt and feeling betrayed is also going to be taken care of. So that's our recommendation. Get that book, get some help. And if you have more questions, again, email us, Facebook us in a Facebook message, and we'll do our best to get you some help and answer those questions even more. So, but you know what? I always thought the Pope was probably a really smart man, but...
Oh, and certainly we respect him, even though we're not Catholic.
Absolutely. But I'm reading this article from the Catholic News Agency, and the title of it is The Married Family Can Change the World.
I would change that. The married family will change the world.
There you go. But it is, so he thinks he's smarter than the Pope.
No.
But This is kind of a recap of the Pope's address that he gave in Milan, Italy on June 3rd. And he told the World Meeting of Families, which I thought was kind of an interesting, it's like a whole convention of families. It's based upon family and marriage. And he is saying that marriages can revolutionize modern society, obviously for the better. The Pope says this, your vocation is not easy to live, especially today, but the vocation to love is a wonderful thing. It is the only force that can truly transform the world. Pope Benedict was concluding a 3-day visit to the event in northern Italy, which I wish I'd been invited to, because I would have really liked to go. But it was the theme for this year's convention in northern Italy was the family, work, and celebration. Family takes a lot of work. Marriage takes a lot of work, but it's also a lot of celebration. But
so,
here was
the married family can change the world.
I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
I got to get down here because he said really good stuff. He said he recommends maintaining a constant relationship with God and participating in the life of the church. That's his first recommendation. Cultivating dialogue between each other and your family, respecting each other's point of view, being ready for service and patient with failings of others, agreeing on principles of upbringing, being open to other families, attentive towards the poor, and responsible within civil society. That's just a little bit of what we need to do. It's not it's a huge job description.
That's a lot of what we got to do.
But he said he told the married couples present in the large outdoor congregation that they were not giving anything in particular, any activity to their spouse, but what they were giving to their spouse was their whole lives. And if we can grasp that giving of our entire selves to each other, then yes, marriage is going to take a lot of work, family's going to take a lot of work, but it's going to be a lot of celebration. And like he says, the married family will change the world.
Hey, we're Jay and Laura. We're here for your life, your marriage, and your family. Got it.
See you next week.